What's up, everybody? What's up, JD? What's up, Chin? Babs in the building, so you made it this time. What's up, Martin? Motaz, Med, what's up? Salute. Gary B, what's going on? Just gonna let people slide up in here for a minute. I got something I want to get off my chest. What's up, Zach? Just did a video earlier, but I just thought I might go live real quick. You know, on this Super Bowl Sunday. What's up, Ron? Just thought I might go live on this Super Bowl Sunday real quick. Cause it's a lot of tomfoolery going on, man, in sport boxing. So I got to come in and get my piece. What's up, John? Kev, I see you, Kev. I didn't send Two Hands the link too, so don't be surprised if Two Hands pop up, if Myron pop up, if my boys slide up in here, man, because they all got sent them all the link. Who I'm pulling for, I'm going for the Niners. It's big business. I'm not even a Niner fan, nothing like that, but oh yeah, I'm gonna get on that. I was gonna do a video about it, but I'd rather talk to y'all personally. What's up, Blackout? Y'all know why Lou DiBella got fired, man. I mean, we all know why Lou DiBella got fired. Period, point blank. We know why that happened. Thanks. I'm just waiting on the Masters to slide up in here, man. Oh yeah, we good, bro. We all good. What's up, Willie boy? He got fired because he was going against the Al Haymon motto, bro. He went against the Al Haymon motto, bro. Period, point blank. He told the business. He told the secrets. He was willing to tell what everybody else ain't willing to tell. He put Al Haymon on Mag Blast, and that ain't what you do. You don't make Al Haymon look accountable in a bad way. You don't make Al Haymon look like he messed up a good deal. You don't do that. That's against the code. How dare you say something bad on Al Haymon? What's up, Tiro? Hey, Tiro, I'm gonna tell you this while you in my chat. I'm gonna put you on my football game. I got NCAA football I be playing. I'm gonna put you on there. I'm gonna make you a receiver. He actually helped Wilder get that $100 million deal, man. He actually helped him get that deal, and because he told that and he put the business out there, they fired him. He fired him. What's up, Wayne? All right, sir. I'll put you at middle linebacker, bro. Got you. Bro, PBC is pretty much they are the businessmen of boxing, bro. It's all business. Like, don't get caught up with what y'all seeing with this Tank Davis shit. Don't get caught up in that. Don't get caught up in that. We know what that's about, man. All publicity is good publicity. Tank know better. Tank know better. He know better. Tank know better. Tank ain't got no business doing the stuff that he doing, bro. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. Tank knew he ain't got no business walking up on that feet at a celebrity basketball tournament. A celebrity basketball tournament. You right, John. How dare he do that? You right, John. How dare he do that? I don't know what the LDBC is saying about the Lou DiBella situation. Best say the truth. I hear that through like in the wind, like word of mouth. I don't really follow up with what they say like that, or even get notified when they do say stuff. I'm going with the Niners. They business. And I hate the Chiefs. I'm a Raider fan. I'm a diehard Raider fan. Of course, I want the Chiefs to lose. For one, just on the fact. But the fact they playing the Niners, it's bad business. It's bad business. I haven't been keeping up with AJ's next fight. I haven't been keeping up with it. All I've been looking at is what's been on Twitter and a few of IFL TV with the UK fighters. That's what I've been keeping up with. I ain't worried about too much of the big name dudes right now. I've been looking at the smaller guys. I've been keeping my eyes on the little guys. Because he's getting paid regardless. He's getting paid regardless. He's getting paid. That's why he gets to do that. That's why he can sit up there and walk up on this his baby mama. I highly doubt he gonna marry that girl. So his baby mama, the mother of his child, and basically physically escorted her out the building. That don't make no sense. He ain't got no business doing that. And I don't make no excuses for him or none of that. He ain't supposed to be doing that. He ain't supposed to be doing that. He know better. What's up, Sammy? You know better. But this PBC games BS, bro, that's going on. People got to realize, bro, with the PBC, bro, they are the A side. I made a video about that earlier today. I uploaded that today. I made that video today. And basically, bro, I got to be honest with you guys, man. Like, PBC fighters, bro, they are all the A side. It don't matter what anybody got to say about it, how you feel about it, or whatever. They are all the A side. Anybody that want to fight them, they finna pull that. You got to come to the PBC to fight them. Period. You heard the WBO is willing to allow him to fight Pulev next and keep the belt as long as he fights Usyk after Pulev. I want to know what's official. I hear that's that's what I'm on. I hear like that's the option, but I want to know what's in concrete, what's sustained. I don't want to speculate. Okay, he gonna fight Pulev. He's supposed to do this. No, I want to know date, the fight, all that. Period. Yes, I did, Willie boy. I did see Sporting Icons video about Dillian White's offer. I feel like Dillian White right now, he ain't ready for a Ruiz fight right now based on his previous performance, because as a fighter, you only as good as your last fight. Wait, baby. You gotta wait, baby. Go and listen. I'm gonna get it for you. You gotta wait. You're only as good as your last fight. And in his last fight, he looked like trash against in my opinion, a C-level opponent, probably D-level, to be honest with you, because I don't see him beating any of the B-level oppositions, the person that he was in there with. So for him to have that type of performance and be trying to fight at Andy, like, bruh, no. Yes, I did hear about that. Heard about it. I didn't see the no interviews about it. I heard about it. Conversations, talking to people about boxing over the past few weeks. I've heard about it, but I haven't did no research on it. It's not even about making money, bro. I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's not about making money. It's control. It's having a sense of control. Because if it was about making money, they'd be taking the offers they was getting from Eddie Hearn. If it was about making money, if it was really on just the process of making money, no, they'd be taking them Eddie Hearn deals real fast. What it is, it's about having the control, bro. Cause he getting that Anthony Joshua money, John. He getting Anthony Joshua money, getting AJ money now. Not like what AJ getting type money, but he after fighting AJ now and beating AJ, he got that on him though. Can't nobody take that from him, regardless of what people might feel about him. He beat AJ. He gave AJ his first loss, and he's the first Mexican American world champ, heavyweight champ. So he got that. And they're gonna sell that. They're gonna push that. That's what they're gonna push with Andy Ruiz. He's the first Mexican American heavyweight champion of the world. He's the first one. And to have a guy like that on your stable, you can sell him. And he just fought Anthony Joshua second time for the biggest payday of his career. Man, of course I'm telling you, Andy Ruiz is not gonna fight unless he's an A-side fight, unless he's in the A-side. He's going to pull that. I beat Anthony Joshua. I'm the man to beat him. I'm the first. I'm telling you, that's what's going to be the push. And that's what they're going to push on everybody. I'm telling you, watch what I tell you. But even still, Ruiz White still got to prove himself all over again. After his previous performance, I don't see him beating Andy Ruiz. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I don't see him beating Andy Ruiz based on that. If he go in there even with the 300-pound Ruiz, if he go in there with him, he gonna give him problems. Come on now. Yeah, that's the one I got, Tiro. I got the last one they made. That's the one I got. The last one they made. I'm gonna make you next season as a recruit on my dynasty season. I don't know if I'm gonna get you though. I got Penn State. I'll let you know where you go though. What's up, Tim? What's up, T-Dub? Sure to see who he's gonna fight. Who you talking about, Babs? Hold on, let me check these comments. Yeah, I heard 5 million to fight White. He turned it down, saying he got good news coming out. But the thing is, yeah, it's probably gonna be you're right, Babs. It's probably gonna be another PBC fighter. It's probably gonna be one of the little journeymans or whatever. Somebody ain't nobody really tripping on. Chefs. Fuck the Chiefs. Chefs. Niners, baby. I'm not even a Niners fan, but I'm a Niners fan today. I'm a Niners fan today, baby. Now, the thing is, everybody's saying that they were saying previous before this, Ugas just won this fight, right? They were saying how Sean Porter needs to fight Terrence Crawford needs to fight Sean Porter, right? So how doesn't Sean Porter need to fight Ugas now? Yes, I am, Jake. I sure am. I hate the Cowboys. Fuck the Cowboys. I hate them. What's up, Ron Boy? Raiders till I die, Jake. I'm not a Niners fan by no means. By no means am I a Niners fan. But I hate the chefs. Raiders, baby. For sure, for sure. I love you too, Jay. I love you too. I love you when in the off season, football season, I hate you. What's up, Black? Yeah, I know, Jake. I'm still mad they leaving though. Bro, they finna use the shit out of Kalnacki. Watch how they use Kalnacki. Watch how they use Kalnacki because the people are talking about him. People don't understand that the reason what's selling the narrative is the people. If the people nut up and really push what they really want and stop going with the narrative, if more people went against the narrative than the people that actually went with the narrative, we would probably get a more better chance to see the fights that we want to see. But they'll throw Kalnacki out there. They'll throw him out there. I'm telling you, they're gonna throw Kalnacki to the wolves. Watch. I wouldn't be surprised if they threw Kalnacki at Wilder. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. They might throw Kalnacki at Dillian White. I wouldn't be surprised if they threw Kalnacki at Dillian White. I would not be surprised. And I wouldn't be surprised if Dillian White if he ducks Kalnacki. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if he looks down, if Dillian White looked down on Kalnacki. I would not be surprised at that at all. At all. Just because. They finna use Kalnacki, bro. I'm telling you, I'm looking at how they playing, bro. This is chess, not checkers, bro. Y'all got to peep game check play, bro, with what they doing. That's why I don't make videos. It's more so gossip, like they putting their pieces in place. Look at what they doing. They setting Gervonta up to be this pay-per-view star. You know what I mean? He's supposed to be a big star in boxing. That's what they using him for. That's why they keeping him on Twitter. You know what I mean? I just did a video. I just said I did a video. That's why you think Tank Davis said something about Josh Taylor after he won the Super Series? Why you think he said something about him? Because he had fame. He had some sense of notoriety. He was getting some clout. People was talking about him. So he knew, because people were talking about him because of what he just did in the sport of boxing, he wanted to ride that wave. So what did he do? He spoke up on that. He got at Josh Taylor. Like, oh, I'll fight Josh Taylor. I'll move to 145. Knowing good and hell well, he's not finna fight Josh Taylor. Thank you, Emlo. I appreciate that. You funny. Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, Ruiz might, that's what I'm saying. Thank you, Jumbo. Ruiz might fight somebody like Dominic Brazil. And everybody gonna be like, oh, Dominic Brazil is a great fighter, blah, 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 blah. He fought Wilder and Joshua, and he went 9 rounds with Joshua, blah. Like, come on, bro. What's up, Los? I think so too, Round Boy. Yes, they did, Truth Bomb Jake. They fired Lou DiBella because he got them $100 million. Y'all lucky my wife has the schedule she got, because if she didn't, boy, old DT3 would be all over some of this shit. I'll be making videos like all day long. But I got my babies and shit, so I can't make videos like that. I really want to. It's really because of my schedule is why I'm not making videos and stuff like I want to. Because of my schedule. It changed, flipped up. Bruh, Fury is not going to win this fight. I promise you. You're not going to win the fight. He's not gonna win. I promise you, he's not gonna win. It's gonna be a good fight though. Don't get me wrong. It's gonna be a good fight. Wilder gonna make a good fight out of it. Fury gonna make a good. It's gonna be a good fight. Fury not winning though. He not winning. What's up, Samir? I mean, if that's what you want to call it. No, I don't got no fights, Los. I was supposed to fight in April, but they couldn't find nobody to fight me. They didn't have nobody. Everybody was 47 and up, and it was for title fights, and I need like 2 or 3 more fights before I get a title fight. Yeah, I think TFMO is ready for Lama. What's up with my nigga Deuce? What's going on with my nigga Deuce? I don't think no, I don't think he wins in decisions. I think he's gonna stop him. I think he's literally gonna stop him in probably 10th or 11th round. Maybe even stop him in the 12th. What's going on, Stu?
Get down, man.
I don't see Wilder winning nothing on points. Wilder not that type of fighter. Wilder is not the fighter to win fights on points. Thank you, T-Dub. I think Two Hands was having a malfunction, bro. He'll be back. That's why they fired him, Jumbo. That's why they fired him, Jumbo. They can't look bad. You got to understand the business side. You got to understand business. You gotta think like for real. Like let's go realistic here. If you own or run a business, right? Your every move you make financially is going to be to better your business. Every financial move you make, every political move you make is going to be in the benefit of your business. Correct? Correct. So what PBC stable is doing is Jamal Charlo, Tank Davis, Errol Spence, Danny Garcia, even Keith Thurman, you know, the fighters of that caliber, what they doing is that is their product. That's the product. And they have to sell that product to the people, us. And we buy into the product. What they not finna do with their product is put their product in a situation that's going to make their product look bad. That's bad for their business. Now, for the overall sport, it is great, awesome, beautiful, beautiful. But for their business that they have for them, it's bad for them. So they're not going to do anything that is bad for business. So when people say they only fight for money, no, it's not that they fight for money. They don't fight for no damn money. They getting offered fucking career high paydays. They don't fight for money. They only fight when they have complete and utter absolute control and dictatorship over the event. When they have that, that's when fights happen. Period. If they don't have that, fights ain't happening. And that's the thing. If And that's the thing, Ron boy. If Wilder is supposed to be the baddest man on the planet and all this type of stuff, why isn't he getting? And he got more fights than Anthony Joshua. He got more experience, all of that. Why isn't he getting all the multiple millions of dollars? Why isn't he getting that? Why isn't he getting it? And the thing is, a lot of these cats, Jumbo, they're not tied to no networks. They're not tied to no networks. They're not tied to no networks. They're not tied to Fox. They're not tied to Showtime. They are free to do whatever they really want to. Al, I mean, they do what Al tell them to do. Al has more power over them, and it's hella obvious. It's so obvious. It's like Ray's like he's spitting in everybody's face, and ain't nobody doing shit like it. It's ridiculous. Al Haymon has all the power in the world in boxing, bro. To where these PBC fighters, bro, they not finna cross the street. They not even finna walk in the street unless Al say it's cool. They could see, look both ways. Ain't no cars coming. You know what I'm saying? We can go over here, make this good transaction. It's good for me. It's good for you. I get paid. You get paid. But unless the dude say I can get off the porch, I ain't gonna leave. Because I can't leave the porch unless he say so, type shit. Saudi Arabia is only gonna put money into for show stock, bro. For show stock. They're not gonna put it in maybe, possibly, could be. I'm not sure. It gotta be for show. For show. But Al Haymon is being advised by Don King. That's Al Haymon's advisor. It's Don King. Don King is the one that's in Al Haymon's ear telling him the ins and outs. Now, Al Haymon, he know music. Al Haymon was doing Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown and Michael Jackson concerts, and he's still doing shit for Drake. That dude is really doing concerts, and then on the back end, he got with Don King. Don King was like, hey, you can get this boxing money. And he just giving them the game on the side. That's it. Why would he be salty, Tero? What's up? What's up, Two Hands? What's up, Deuce?
What's good with you, bro?
Why would he be salty, bro? Why would he be salty? Let me know. Why would Lou DiBella be salty? What does he got to be salty about? Deuce, you think Lou DiBella salty about getting fired? You think he feels some type of way?
You asking me?
Mm-hmm. Oh, my bad, bro. I call you Deuce, bro. That's my I kind of.
Oh, you good, bro? I kind of got it, but I had to be sure. But nah, man. To be perfectly honest, I probably ain't even weighed that on my scales quite yet. But it looked like he doing all right though. I mean, you know, he's one of the biggest. He is the biggest co-promoter in my opinion. On you know what I'm saying on our side of the street.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as far as America is concerned. And on top of that, I mean, look at the dudes that he got, man. Like, he's got Ruiz's Progride. He's got, you know what I'm saying, like, even in the females with Amanda Serrano, then you think about Tevin Farmer, and then, he's got Sergey Derevyanchenko. That's 4 very credible names right there. You know what I mean? And not to mention there's other people too, but I'm just thinking off of the top of my head right now. I can just give you that 4. But I mean, it's just as far as the Deontay Wilder situation, why would he be? You know, that man brought that man $120 million to the table, and he got fired for presenting that man with the greatest opportunity he ever could achieve as far as financially in his life. So what is there to be salty about?
What
Like
sense?
you,
I'm gonna fire you, bro. For yeah, bro. Why would you go give me $100 million, bro? You know I get my own money. Why would you go do that? I mean, you only my manager.
yeah, like it's crazy. It's crazy when people like try to like make up this little nonsense about irrelevant shit. It's like they try to come up with anything out of thin air and try to create a narrative out of how a man feel. Like, what would you do if you got fired for presenting a man a very great, lucrative opportunity? Like, what would you do? What would you do? How you gonna feel? Like, I did everything for you. So at the end of the day, if you walk away from something like that, only a stupid person will relate to some stuff like that. Because if you got some sense, you got to not feel any type of way. That shit just don't add up. And for anybody to think like that, yo, you got some real ass backward thinking, like real rap. Like
Yeah.
Lou DiBella is good. Like he's good. Like not to mention what he's doing right now, but just all of the shit he done put in the game already. So on top of that, he don't have to worry about one situation with Deontay Wilder because realistically, now let's be 100% honest about this. What did he really make off of Deontay Wilder?
You think he made more money off of all his other fighters through accumulation of the years that he was with Deontay Wilder versus what he's made from Deontay Wilder alone?
I don't want to technically, I mean, over in life, absolutely. I mean, but I don't want to say yes or no without actually looking at the facts. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? But as far as the situation financially, when you're speaking of Deontay Wilder, the Bronze Bomber, his activity, what type of purses he's generated, how many seats has he filled up, how many pay-per-views has he done? Because in America, the thing that makes you a star is the pay-per-views. And to be perfectly honest, we all know that his first pay-per-view was off of the back of Tyson Fury coming off of a 3-year layoff, and that was supposed to be his greatest achievement in life. He said that Tyson Fury is special to him. So when we speaking to Lou DiBella and we thinking about the financial gains that he probably got from out the whole situation, it can't be that much because I mean, when you got to break it down in levels to so many different individuals, how many pieces of pie you think is sitting there? It ain't really that many. So I don't see what's there to be salty about. Like his
And he
first
didn't
pay
look
per view was
salty.
2019, man.
He didn't look,
2018, December.
yeah, he didn't look salty in the interview. He didn't look like he was bad or none of that. He looked like he was cool.
Because realistically, Boone, think about it. What what does he have going on other than the situation right now? And the fact that he didn't take the time to truly think about what the Anthony Joshua fight could have did for him 2 times over financially and legacy and
Legacy wise.
what type of energy he could have so-called manifested since he all about energy from that instead of going in the Tyson Fury route. So if Lou DiBella looking at it the way I'm looking at it, like what did he really bring to the table for real? Because Lou DiBella got to be sitting there like, okay, here's this Tyson Fury match. Okay, Tyson Fury sold 3,000 seats in one fight, and then he sold 9,000 seats in the first fight with Tom Schwartz. 3,000 something like that with Otto Wallen, like 3,600 or something, like somewhere around that number for sure. And you mean to tell me I'm supposed to be thinking about this one Tyson Fury match that's probably not even going to do 450,000 in pay-per-views? I swear, like I keep saying, if I'm being nice, you're looking at 550,000, and that's being extremely nice. And if it does better than that, that's good to me. But for what it is, but at the same time, what is Lou DiBella going to get out of all of that coming down the Al Haymon tree?
Don't know. And then you seen all over social media today. There's another reason why I went live too. This shit that's going on with Tank Davis, snatching up his baby mama at the celebrity tournament, and everybody's blowing that up. That's all on Facebook. I got off Facebook because I'm scrolling on my timeline, and that's all I'm seeing: post after post after post after post after post after post. And I'm like, bro, he knew what he was doing, bro, and that's exactly what they finna sell. It's just finna give him more clout. Add more questions. All the shit. Take
Yeah,
Lou.
man.
With the and with the jeweler scandal, all that. I think he probably punked the jeweler. He probably told the jeweler he's finna take a chain, wasn't gonna pay him, and the jeweler got mad.
I did a video on that shit.
Yep, that's what I think.
I ain't dropped it yet though, but I spoke on it on a live.
Yeah,
And yo, you can't do that, man. Like, that's it for me. That's it for me. Fuck all of the bullshit in the box and to the side. We gotta put all of that to the side for a minute. This man straight grabbed his baby mother by the throat, straight yoked her ass up and dragged her up out of that joint.
as a celebrity tournament.
Like, yo, it's hard out here for a pimp. That was just hard out here for a pimp move. That was grab your bottom bitch type move. Like, that's ugly. That's real ugly. So for me, when I see that being a father, and I know this man got a daughter, man, come on, bro. Like, really, what do you want me to say? Like, at the end of the day, it's a whole bunch of stuff I can say, but everybody probably saying that shit. And if they not, they should be saying that shit. And if they trying to make an excuse for him, man, you can burn with that nigga as far as I'm concerned. Because we don't move like that. We do not move like that. And if you're supposed to be a celebrity in the eye of the people, you supposedly put over 20 kids on a bus and took them to your fight in Atlanta. And that's how you doing women in broad daylight in public in Miami. It don't even matter. It don't even matter if it's in public or not. But you did, just the fact that he did it in public. I'm thinking about the human psyche. The fact that you did that in public, you grabbed her, you grabbed her up, yoked her in front of a whole bunch of people at a celebrity like benefit basketball match at the University of Miami, bro. One of the most prestigious schools in the world. The motherfucking U. The U, bro.
Imagine
if you
what he
do that, that's exactly what I was about to say.
If he'll do that in public, yeah, imagine what he do at home. Just imagine.
Man, Ron Boy Fresh, man. If they doing that, bruh, I'm glad I ain't hear it. I'm glad I ain't see it, bruh. Because that's exactly the type of whole shit I can't stand. Like, it's them type of niggas that probably do that shit that's comfortable with that shit. My whole thing is, man, we not moving like that in life. Like, he too old for you can't justify that shit at his age. Like, my whole thing, when you at his age, you know that's a line you don't cross. Like, look at the lines he done crossed already. This ain't like, he already in the papers. He already in the papers. And everything that revolve around him, everything is revolving around him. It ain't nothing positive. Ain't nobody talking about Gamboa Davis. Like, let's be honest here. Is anybody talking about Gamboa Davis, or they talking about the fact that he owed $250,000 being sued for ICE right now, owing a jeweler? Or is anybody talking about him because he yoking up abroad? Or now is it the fact that you giving people nostalgia because you gotten some shit back in 2018 with some bitches at a strip club, something like that? So, I mean, let's be honest here. Like, this dude is he a buffoon when it comes to his profession. He bubbles up in weight 24/7. You know what I mean? You skip the whole nother weight class, go up, then you bubble up in weight over there, and you're not professional. Then you make a spectacle out of that, and now you out here trying to make a spectacle out of your baby mother, dog. My thing is this, bro. When your daughter grow up and she look back on the timeline on your resume, she know you a professional boxer. And we got all of this YouTube and all of that shit, bro. All of this shit staying on the internet for good. So she gonna be able to look up the fact you yoked her up, dragged her in public and stuff like that. If you want your daughter done like that, man, you asking for that type of karma, bro. That if that's what you want, hey, man, Hey man, hey, it's only one. It's only one way they find out when they crash and burn, bro. It ain't got nothing to do with me. They just do it on their own. They just self destruct. You just watch them fall apart. Shit is crazy. Like my whole thing is, I'm like, man, little bro. I'm looking at it like, man, I say a lot of shit about you, but it's boxing. It's boxing. It's boxing.
Yeah,
It's not personal. It's
at all.
boxing. But this though. But this
At all.
though.
Yeah, you just opened up a whole nother can of worms because it was like it was to the point where I was finna start getting on Arrow, and I was like, you know what? Let Arrow live, bro. He just got in a car wreck. Regardless of how he doing it, he still was in that car accident. Let that man live. You feel me? That man could have died that night, and he didn't. He's still here. You feel me? So let that man live. He gonna do what he do. I'm gonna see what he do in his next fight, who he gonna fight, and then when the fight happens, how he looks in the fight, and I'll take it from there. So I'm off Earl for now. But this Tank situation, bro, it's like, bro, nah,
Yeah, man.
nah.
Yeah. It's a whole different bag when you're talking about somebody yoking up a female, dragging her through university hallway
Yeah,
in front of a whole bunch of people in at the basketball court, instead of talking about somebody that's sitting in the club, just
mm-hmm.
getting drunk, just dancing with his homie. That's a
Right.
whole different thing.
So
After a
totally.
car accident, yeah, like it's different. It's different.
Yeah,
It's
it's like
different.
you could let a nigga breathe off of something like that versus, bro, you just yoked up your BM like in front of God and everybody, celebrities, bro, everybody, bro. When I was on Facebook and I scrolled down, bro, it was so many different angles they caught it, bro. They got that at, bro. They got it up close, far away, right angle, left high angle, right low angle, right high angle, bro. It's bro every angle you think they could have, bro. He yoked her, bro, because it was when they was at the one I first one I saw was him at the high angle. And when they showed him at the high angle, people would say, "Oh, he really didn't choke her. He really didn't do this, bro." And you keep scrolling and you see it from all the different angles. It's like, they got you, bro. They got you. They
Bruh,
got you.
it's so funny that you said that, right? Because last night in the live, I swear on everything I love, I said, we don't even know how many angles they got of this joint yet. Because I said, there's so many people snapping from this side, that side, from the back, from the top, left to right. I said, bro, we wake up in the morning, you're going to really get to see how ugly it is when it's close up from all of them different angles that you talking about right now. That shit
Mm,
is wild because I said that exact same shit because, like, man, look, man, we all our own little PR department, bro. Like it's just natural. That's just how the brain works. Everybody peeping everything you do. If you in the eyes of the public and we seeing everything you do, we paying attention to all of that. We
mm,
thinking about X, Y, and Z, how you could fall, and we thinking about A, B, and C, how you can get up. But when you thinking about something like this, man, oh man, you got them girls in the Me Too movement and all of that, but they got the right to get on you.
Woo!
They got the right to get on you. Like if you talk about the man, politics as usual, man. Like Hove said, they got the right to get on you, cause
Mhm.
you you just blatantly disrespectful, bruh. Wasn't the nigga just in cuffs on the outside on in like New York or something like that with Floyd baby mama or
Oh
like
yeah,
Floyd ex girlfriend or something? See
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
See what I'm saying? And I left that
Doing
out.
too much. Doing too much. Doing too
See what I'm saying? Like man, and I ain't even man. Look,
It's the money, bro.
man,
It's the money. People, these dudes ain't realizing that. It's like, yeah, they talking to you, Tank, because you got the money, bro. You've always looked like that, Tank. You've always been that way. You always had the swag, bro. Now you just got the money. So now that you got this money, now you got all these other, all types of flavors on you. Now it's different, bro. It's just the money. It's
dog,
that money. And then the company he keeping it with Floyd and seeing how Floyd living and you know what I'm saying, you want to be him so bad. So you emulate what you are around. And evidently Floyd ain't telling him not to do shit like that. For him to just do something like that, come on, bro. I blame
man,
if that's your protege, bro. If that's your if you are the technically supposedly the best ever to do it in the sport financially, the best to ever do it, and you got this dude that you actually claim that's your protege, that's your dude. He's supposed to be the next version of you, next pay-per-view star like you. Why you letting him do all this fuck shit?
Man, dog, like he, he got too caught up in all of the other stuff that's wrapped around Floyd. Like Floyd got his flaws, and I hold him to him. I hold him to it. But at the same time, like you taking from all of the shit that you see Floyd doing on the ups, but you didn't think about the downs. All the times he had to go to jail and shit like that. Like
Mm-hmm.
Floyd had to pay a price. You know what I'm saying? He had to pay his weight in gold. Like as a man should. As a man should for all his faults.
Right.
He doesn't understand what it's like to hit his head and then, bleed and had to deal with the repercussions afterward. You had to deal with the injuries. He ain't never had to deal with that. Nobody ever let him fall before. Nobody ever let this kid fall before. Like when you run around, you can drive Lamborghinis, you can jump in Rolls Royces, and niggas looking at you when you were 16 years old and all of that as a prospect. You know, you got to live an extravagant, opulent lifestyle. And for those reasons, for those reasons right there, you running around like some, you know what I'm saying, like a Beverly, you know what I mean, like a Beverly hillbilly. Like he just that's what it is, man. Tank Tank just he just never got scolded, man. He never was scolded. Never was scolded in life.
Yeah, his trainer let him do whatever he want to do. Floyd let him do whatever he want to do. I mean, it's just he gonna be the next AB. He gonna have all the potential in the world and don't live up to it. That's what I'm seeing from Tank right now. He gonna have all the potential to do because at this point, and I'm gonna digress to this too. At this point, if Tank was to get to be more of a dog like he was when he fought Pedraza, I think he could have beat Tevin Farmer because of the way Tevin Farmer performed when he fought Jojo Diaz. And Jojo Diaz was cut, and he showed that if you put enough pressure on Tevin Farmer and you are patient enough and you put your punches together the right way, you can give Tevin problems because Tevin don't throw combinations. He like to pick his
Man,
too much.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Boom. Tavern Farmer can't beat no Tank, man.
Mm.
After what I seen with JoJo Diaz, man, Tank a slick boxer, man, with pop,
Yeah.
and he like to apply pressure. He like staying on the front foot. He real aggressive, he real fast, and he slick. Man, Tevin Farmer he couldn't deal with that JoJo Diaz pressure, man. The way JoJo Diaz was sticking him with that left hand, man, and just flourishing on him with them combinations, man. That slick movement, man. What I noticed after that fight is Tevin Farmer, he deals with slick movement at his own pace.
Mm-hmm.
If the fight isn't going at his pace and he's getting to use his slick movement,
Mm-hmm.
he ain't really gonna get the shine with his points and shit like that. He needs the fight to slow down a little bit so he can, you know what I mean, do his Philly shell shoulder roll, be in the pocket, you know what I mean, shifting and moving.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't handle when somebody turned up the heat. Like Joan O'Carroll was kind of just, it was different, man. JoJo, man, he was getting him with that left hand, man.
Hitting him, bro. He was on him.
Uh-uh.
Like he was on his head, bro. Like I was like, when I heard, I ain't even gonna lie, I didn't even watch it because I had forgot. Got the damn DAZN app on my damn phone. Didn't watch the shit. Wasn't even tripping because I was on the I ain't gonna lie, I didn't want to watch it because of the Jake Paul and the Billy Kib shit. Like I don't want to watch that, bro.
I cut it off. I
You
didn't
know,
even watch that.
I
I
didn't,
watched
I didn't want to watch it. So I was like, because I didn't want to wait, and because you gotta wait and you can't skip it. So I was like, I'm gonna just wait till it's over and then see the highlights or whatever, or go rewatch it. And that's what I did. So when I went to go rewatch the fight with Tevin Farmer and JoJo Diaz, I was like, for one, JoJo was cut. So imagine if JoJo wasn't cut and he wasn't worried about getting caught at all, really, and he was just more like confident. What's up, Johnny boy? And he was more confident. I think he would have did a lot more damage to Tevin. I really do. But the fact that he was more aware of that cut, I mean, that was a nasty cut too, bro.
Man, look, he
Nasty.
had that cut, bruh. He didn't let that man look. That boy didn't. He fought like the cut wasn't even there. To be perfectly honest, I honestly didn't see one time where he act like that cut was really bothering his movement, his pressure,
Mm-hmm.
or his punch percentage. He was on it like the whole night. He was on it. And I mean, he was just a better man that night. And now, you know what I mean? I gotta take my hat off to him because like Tevin Farmer just looked stale. You know, he didn't. This is my thing with Tevin Farmer. He's not heavy on the offensive, man. He wasn't heavy on the offensive at no point that night. Every round he did, man. He wasn't punching. He wasn't throwing no punches, man.
And he
He
still
was
got
not. That nigga wasn't throwing no punches. And then when, you know what I'm saying, his coach told him to pick it up in the fifth round, and he had to apply the pressure because he already knew that they was losing all of the rounds. He already knew they was losing all of the rounds. So he told him to apply pressure. And he was like, even if you ain't hitting, you got to make it look like something. So he basically he told him to try to make it greasy a little bit, turn the heat up. What did he do? He listened for that, and that's when he won. He won that sixth round, I believe. He won that sixth round based off of what his coach told him, and then he took his foot off the gas in the seventh round. Like he started retreating, going back on the back foot, trying to look for his counter to try to pop, you know what I'm saying, a couple counter combos in there, and it just wasn't working out for him. It wasn't working out for him because the boy was good with the angles and the pressure. So it wasn't no you working your little counter, little dipping and moving with your Philly shit and none of that. You know what I mean? Trying to get your little pops off the shoulder and all of that. Like, nah, it ain't working out for you. Niggas ain't hitting you on the shoulder, dog. Niggas punching you all up in your mouth and shit.
You're not fighting a typical regular orthodox, what you used to. You fighting an actual dog as a lefty. So
Facts, though. Facts. And it was just a beautiful thing because when I thought about it at the end of that event that night, and you know what I'm saying, and regardless of, you know, what Meech's opponent was, Meech put on a good performance. I'm glad he displayed, you know, the ability to go out, apply pressure, look dominant in the first round, and look dominant all the way through until you knocked him out. You know what I'm saying? So he put on a good display, and then at the end of it, when I thought about the MJ, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just say the MJ Aki. I ain't gonna chop his name up. And Daniel Roman fight. I was like, shit. I was like, Joel Diaz walked away with with three straps that night. Both of his fighters won. Both his fighters won belts that night. He had two fighters that night, and both of them won straps. He took home 3 straps that night. So what I started thinking about, I was like, damn, that's a good way to start your year off. If you're trying to make a run for coach of the year, you saying something, brother. You saying something. So I thought it was just a real good night in boxing overall. I cut that shit off before that bullshit came on. And I mean, I was good with what it was. It was like, it definitely made up for the week before's bullshit. Cause that shit was a snooze fest.
what do you think about Ugas?
Ugas put on a great performance last night, but I'm just like, man, but where's Mike Dallas Jr.? I ain't taking nothing away from Ugas. I ain't even gonna go there for real, because I love your Dennis Ugas. He put on a great performance. He was dominant, and he was heavy on the offensive. For the first, he didn't just lay in the pocket and wait on his shots. That nigga was shooting them joints. He was rocking that nigga with left and right hands all day. Them hooks was vicious.
Who you think you should fight next?
Who do I think he should fight next? Man, I'd like to see Terrence Crawford versus Dennis Ugas.
I gotta check the rankings, see where Ugas is ranked.
Because if you think about it, it's a story already there. It's a story already there, and fuck all of the politics. Nobody is mentioning that fight. Ugas got screwed on the WBC rankings anyway for Danny Garcia, bitch ass. You know what I mean? For the whole Errol Spence experiment. And I mean, Ugas has been active. He's been dominant. And I just think it's a good fight to see, consider that Yordenis Ugas beat Terrence Crawford back in the amateurs. So the story is there. You know what I mean? Fuck the fact he can't speak English. The story is there. It's a good boxing match. And when you think about it, it's one of them ones nobody's talking about. But that's what styles make great fights.
I want to see Ugas either fight Virgil or Danny. Virgil or Danny. Or no. I'm gonna say Virgil, Danny, or Jerron Enos. I believe in Jerron Enos. I know a lot of people like Jerron ain't ready here. I believe in Jerron Enos.
Nah.
It's underrated. I think they underestimating my boy. So I'm
see,
with Enos.
that's the thing though, Boone. Like the difference between niggas that know boxing and niggas that really don't. You don't gotta look at a person and just look at his opposition and be like, oh, that nigga got talent or not. Like, yo, he got talent. He's got talent. I'm telling you right now, he's got talent. Regardless of whether he ain't fought this person or fought that person, all we gotta do is see it. What I'm saying is, when we happen to see it, in my opinion, he's going to succeed. He's going to succeed. Given the opponent and what level you feel as though he should step up to. What, 24 fights, 25 fights? 25 fights or something like that, 24.
He got like, 25.
Yeah, 25. But when he happens to get that person, that one guy that's up in the rankings, I think that he will do damage. Jerron Enos does have talent. I mean, he's left hand and right hand dominant. He can switch hit. He's fast. I mean, he's fast. He's big. He can fight you long range. He can fight you short range. I mean, he can fight you in the pocket. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think he gonna get no Ugas though.
I think Ugas will beat the hell out of Limpinets, Johnny boy. I really do. I think Ugas will put tips on him. Not saying Limpinets will go down, but I just think Ugas will just put tips on that boy. I'm checking to see if where he's ranked at in the WBO, and because I keep seeing
Ennis?
Yeah.
I think Ennis is like number 10, or like he's like ranked number 10, ain't he?
Yeah, I'm finna see though. It don't make no sense for Enos to be ranked in the WBO and not Ugas though.
Or Ugas is ranked number 3 in the W. He's number 3 and number 4 in the WBO, ain't he? No, in the WBC. My bad.
I'm finna find out right now. Now. Nope. Yeah, Danny number 1. Ortiz is number 2. Virgil number 2 now. Lipinets is 3. Shalina is number 4. Jesse
in
Vargas.
The WBO?
Yeah, in WBO.
Yeah, I knew he was up there in one of them joints.
Clayton Mackinson, can't pronounce that dude name. Artivizian, Clay. Yeah, Enos is 12. Enos is 12.
Yeah, I knew he was down there.
Enos is 12. Let me see if they got I'm gonna see if he's even at least top 20 in the WBO, because he ain't even top 15.
Who's that? Who, Enos?
Yeah, Enos is 12 in the WBO. Let me see.
I mean, those rankings is kind of, I don't know, man. They do them rankings how they do them, man.
Oh, he number 3 in the He number 3 in the WBC.
Ugas?
Yeah, he number 3 in the
Yeah.
WBC.
Yeah, I knew he was number 3 and number 4 in the WBC.
Yeah, he's number
Because I
3.
know he's number he's number 3, I believe. Danny Garcia is ranked number 1 in the WBC?
Danny number 2 in the
Yeah,
WBO.
number 2.
And he number 1 in the WBO.
Yeah, number 1 in the WBO. He's number 2. And then I think he's like, number 3 in the WBA? Number 4? Something like that. He up there in like all 4 of them joints, I believe.
WBA, he number 2. And Ugas is number 1 in the WBA.
Ugas is number 1 in the WBA?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Ugas number 1. Ugas number 1. Danny number 2. Mikey number 3. Wow.
Man, why is Mikey number 3?
The hell if I know. He ain't even want to fight at welterweight.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bruh, Mikey body looked like silly putty at 147.
What's up, IO? I see you.
He all bad meat at 147, man. Ain't no knock to Mikey, man, but it's just a man's world up that joint, man. I don't think he fit the criteria up that way.
Wow. Amir Khan is number 10 in WBC. WBC is with the foolery, boy. Whoo! A rankings is something else. Josecito Lopez is number 6 in WBC.
Bruh, but if you look at the heavyweight standings all across the sanctioning bodies, that shit is nutty. Like, it was the most fucked up rankings I've ever seen. Like, that's why it's just like, I don't take no stock into they bullshit because, I mean, we know what's going on. We know who doing what. Like, if I had my way, I'd change all of them shits around.
Since you brought it up, you know what I mean? Since you brought it up, we gonna look.
But manual charge like is an interim or a regular champion, and interim champion or a regular champion in one of the sanctioned bodies. I believe it's the WBO or the WBA.
Who you said?
Manual fucking charge.
Ain't the WBO. Wait, hold up. Yeah, it ain't the WBO.
It's one of them joints. Then like Trevor Bryant's like he an interim champion. That's crazy.
Bro, the rankings is crazy, period. The heavyweight rankings is nuts, bro. You lying.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you what's going on over there ain't right.
For the WBO, they got Usyk number 1, Joseph
Right.
Parker number 2, Daniel Dubois number 3, Kalnacki number 4, Andy Ruiz is number 5. They got Michael Hunter 7.
That's not bad starting off. That's
Romanov
not bad.
8. Romanov is 8. Chisora is 9. Zhang is 10.
Eventually, Romanov shouldn't be above Derek Chisora. Derek Chisora has been way more active and got spectacular knockouts.
Tom Schwartz is 13. And the IBF Pulev is number 1. Kalnacki is 3. The number 2 slot for the IBF is vacant. Whatever the fuck. I never knew they had vacant contender slots. Okay, that's cool. But Kalnacki is number 3. Ruiz is 5. Usyk is 6. Hunter is 7. Gerald Washington is ranked in the just the fact that you rank top 10 is disrespectful. Gerald Washington 10, Gerald Washington is 9, excuse me, and Prevekian is 10. Charles Martin is 11. Joseph Parker is 12. Tom Schwartz is 13. And Otto Weiland is 15. WBC rankings. Dillian White, interim heavyweight champ. Fury is number one contender. So basically, Dillian, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Somebody look at this.
Bruh, I know.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. What sisters is mate?
Why is Povetkin number 9? Why is the these niggas tripping? But I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying, bruh. I know. I look, man. I be looking at that shit, and
I'm done.
It ain't safe, man. It ain't safe. You don't know what you gonna find when you look down there, and none of it's right. So it's just like when I look at that shit, bro. I mean, I take that shit with a grain of salt. You see, I ain't saying grain. I take it with a grain of salt.
I don't even think Usyk should be ranked so high, bro. And it's not a disrespect or a knock on Usyk or whatever, but I don't think he should be ranked that damn high. He only fought one person, and he wasn't none of them heavyweights that they got on their list on any other rankings from the IBF, the IBO, and the WBA. None of them. He ain't fought none of them dudes. So how is he ranked above them and he ain't fought not one of them? That I don't get.
Man, look. He's a star, man. He with the PBC, man.
And
he's a star.
I might as well just, you know what I'm saying, try to give me a couple, try to, you know, fight me about a good 10 bums and then try to give me $1 million payday, bro.
Shit, why not? Everybody doing it.
Everybody doing it, bro. Why not, too? You know what I'm saying? Why not?
Where every lackluster opponent comes a can of tomato soup. Campbell's.
Yeah, I'm not finna bash Dillian White. Terrell already got on Dillian White about how he looked like Aqua Straight Dookie in his last fight. And
see, but look, I ain't mean to cut you off, but you can't give Dillian White stick for how he looked in that Marius Walk fight for real. I mean, shit, Walk made Big Baby go in the fucking deep water. You know what I mean? So, and at the same time, Dillian White was dealing with so much shit with all of with the steroid shit taking away, you know, his interim and his mandatory status and all of that shit like that. So he ballooned up and waited a little bit. You know what I mean? And he took the fight on very, very, very short notice. I think he took the fight on how many weeks? 5 weeks notice? It's like 5 weeks notice he took the fight. So with all of that shit being said, you gotta take, you know what I'm saying, look at the man heart though. He went in there, got busy, stayed in the pocket, and he got the fucking job done. With a big ass motherfucking mountain of a nigga, man. So, I mean, I don't take nothing away from what he did. Because, I mean, when I look before that, I know he beat motherfucking Oscar Rivas. I know he motherfucking beat Joseph Parker. Shit, what? So Dillian White been active, man. He knocked down Derek Chisora. Prior to that, like, he just been active. He been active and he been doing his thing. And the nigga deserve his shot. Ever since Anthony Joshua, he turned it up. To me, to be perfectly honest, I feel as though he has the second best resume in the heavyweight division. So I feel like, you know what I mean, the man get a man a shot. Man got done dirty. Like, what'd you expect? Of course he probably came in there a little heavy, man. Shit, that shit would have affected me too. Can't say nothing. You don't know what's going on. They got your shit twisted up. They hit you with the Povetkin move. You know what I mean?
What you think about him possibly fighting Andy Ruiz or Tyson Fury? Was talking about him being one of the last 3 fights that he had would be him, Wilder, and Joshua.
I know Tyson Fury will have the fight. But Andy Ruiz has had 2 opportunities. From what I heard, you know, Sporting Icon said that, you know, that he got the offers from Dillian White himself, and I know he do a bunch of interviews with him and shit, so I ain't got no reason not to believe him. You know what I mean? He said that he got offered, $2 million to do the fight. But to do the fight, was it in England first? Was it 2 million? Was it 2 million in England? No, it was 2 million in England and 2 million in the States, and then it was like 5 million in England or 5 million in the States if he wouldn't do. It was vice versa, something like that. But either way, it was a $2 million offer and a $5 million offer, and Andy Ruiz didn't want to take the shit. He said he wanted more time. He wanted to push the fight back to May or something like that. And I mean, from the time they were having the fight till now, no, he was trying to push the fight back to May or June or something. He was trying to have a fight in March. He said, and so from the time from March till now, nah. He wanted to have a fight in May, and he wanted to push the fight back till June. That's what it was. And he tried to say he didn't have enough time. So, in my opinion, hey, Dillian White didn't want to fuck with it. He wanted to stay active. So, why would, but honestly, who would think that fight is going to happen? Like, honestly, realistically, why would that fight happen? It makes absolutely no sense. They fired Manny Robles because they said they didn't want lightning to happen in the same strike in the same place twice. I guess they thinking they're going to get this AJ trilogy so quick or some shit like that, which I don't think that's ever going to happen, honestly. Mm-hmm. So, with that being said, with the PBC, why would the PBC want to go over and mix it up and mess up their fighter that they can milk with a bunch of bums for $7 million when they can try to milk them and pimp them, for more fights and whatever little plans they got? They just don't like to intermingle, period. I just don't. I don't see why that fight would happen. WBC belt on the line, the interim, feel as though that would make sense to get it Wilder. But even still, them niggas is not going to do that shit. They want full control of everything. Ain't enough stank on it. And I mean stank, I mean like money. And it's a good fight. It's a real good fight, but that shit, man, Al Haymon, I don't know what, he a different type of dude, man. He a different type of dude.
Well, my issue is with the whole little Dillian White thing, Ruiz, I don't think this fight's gonna happen. I don't see a fight like that happening with the way that the PBC is doing things with their fighters. I mean, they pretty much, like I said earlier, they using their fighters as if they a product, and they pushing the product. And anything that's bad for the business of the product, they not finna push. And I peep that. Because they all want to be the A side. They all feel as if they're the A side. None of them want to relinquish any type of control, because people keep saying that they want to fight for money, and I'm here to just kill that narrative right there too. They ain't trying to fight for no money, because Eddie Hearn is offering them record-breaking money that they've made in their whole career, and they still turning that down. So they're not fighting for no money. They fighting because they want to have full-fledged control. Because they know if they fight, if Jamal Charlo fights Bubu Andrade, he ain't gonna be the A side. He's gonna be the B side. And mostly everything is going to be in favor of Bubu Andrade. It might even be a little bit even, but the fact that Jamal Charlo don't have full control over everything, or the PBC side don't have full control, fight's not going to happen. And that's what I'm noticing. If they don't have full control over the event, or who gets what, or how this is moving, how the money is just that, they ain't doing it.
Man, bro, Eddie Hearn and Demetrius Andrade have made it very clear that they would be willing to go over to Showtime. They've tried to negotiate. I mean, you talking about 7-figure offers on the high end. Talking about probably potentially close to, 8-figure, 8-figure offers. And these guys, and I mean, this guy doesn't want to take it. He doesn't want to take it. I'm talking about one fight, unification, very good money, nice crowd, great platform. He don't want to take it. So what does that say? I remember back in 2018, Jamel and Jamal Charlo was saying that, they loyal to their promoter or something like that. It's like they were speaking on Al Haymon like it's a family or something like that. and they don't move or make a decision like without him. Like
Mm-hmm.
literally, they said that in the article back in 2018.
That's
Like
daddy.
they don't move, they do not make a decision without Al Heyman saying yes or no. Who the fucking who what? You got two daddies? Like, hold
Daddy.
up.
That's
Like,
they don't move unless daddy say so.
but
It's
my
like,
thing is this though. How stupid are you to not understand that you're missing out on multi-millions of dollars? Like Eddie Hearn text, he's hitting you on Instagram constantly and you're not responding. Like, bruh, he's gotta hit you on Instagram,
mm-hmm.
hitting you direct because in case you're not hearing the offer. So my thing is now I can't sympathize with you if they say, oh, well, Al ain't letting them boys know what's going on. If that nigga's hitting you direct and letting you know crazy bread is on the line and you still decline it. So you don't want it. You can't want it.
Mm-hmm. And you know the other excuse they saying now is what I wouldn't say it's an excuse. It was a narrative that I heard, and it's that after they fight these big fights, who else is there for them to fight? If let's say hypothetical for debate's sake, if Jamal Charlo were to beat a Canelo, then what else is there for Jamal Charlo to do? And my response was this: reign. That's what you do after that fight. You reign as champion. Or if that's all you wanted to do, you just get the money and retire. Because I'm sure if you are as smart as you're saying you are with your money, you got lucrative businesses that you've created for yourself outside of boxing, so where you don't need boxing for income. So if you win and you win a fight of that magnitude, that payday you set for life. So if you don't want to reign as champ, then retire and live your life, bro. Take care of your kids. That's
Right?
my thought process on that.
I
You know.
just feel as though those guys they got so much talent low key and they just don't even utilize it. I feel like Jamal got the better coach, but Jermel has the better talent.
Yeah.
Like I feel like Jamel just has they both got talent, but I just feel like Jamel should be with Ronnie Shields and Jamal should be with Derek James the way fucking Jamal acts about boxing. Because right now I can honestly say, if you look at Jamel's shit right now, Jamel's he's fought a couple guys. He's been called upon, he's answered. So I'm gonna lay off of him for a little bit. But the
I
other
don't
one,
I get on Jamal.
yeah, man. But this nigga here, like, bruh, there ain't no excuse for it, man. I guarantee you, man. I honestly think if Jamel got offered, I wonder if Jamel got ever offered that money to even step up and fight shit. You probably can't tell the difference between the two anyway. Hey, fuck it. Like, who knows, man? Like, I wonder if Jamel got offered a major fight, man. Cause what is Jamel doing? Jamel need a major fight. Like, he need to unify down there at 154. But Jamal, ain't no reason why he ain't fighting Demetrius Andre, man. It's only one thing it could be, honestly, and that's fear. Fear in the hearts of men.
But they say they're not scared though. But if they're not scared,
Man,
why they not fighting?
I smell infamil on his breath.
And then I hear you, I see you, Mondo, saying that Canelo ain't fought the best and all that. But who would you consider the best? Like who does he got to fight? Like he's fighting better comp than Jamal Charlo is fighting. He's fighting even better comp than Bubu Andrade is fighting. He's fighting better comp than Billy Joe Saunders is fighting. It's like y'all want these dudes to be fighting killers after killers after killers, but the person that's fighting the better opposition is Canelo, and y'all still ain't giving him credit. Ain't nobody really fighting killer after killer after killer after killer. Nobody doing that no more, man. Nobody doing that. They'll fight. They maybe fight a killer, and then they'll fight a little bum, or they'll fight a dude with a name. Like it's a game, bro. It's a game, bro, and they playing the game. It is what it is. They playing the game. All Canelo doing is the same thing Floyd was doing. When Floyd was doing it, wasn't nobody saying nothing. I was on social media, wasn't nobody saying nothing when Floyd was doing it like that. Everybody else started doing it. Now it's like, come on, man.
Man, I can't say not one bad thing about Canelo. And I mean, for if, like, I when people talk about Canelo, I'm like, where are you trying to place him? I'm like, where are you trying to place a fighter that's taking on every credible name that he possibly could? I mean, walking through his period of time, like, I mean, he fought the best boxer of all time. He took that fight like when he was in the baby stages of his career. You know what I mean? What he's fought the Shane Mosley, he's fought the Miguel Cottos. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
he's fought the Iris Landry Lara. He's fought the Danny Jacobs. He's fought Triple G twice. He's fought shit. Who else? Shit. For fucking. I mean, even when you know what I mean, he wasn't getting fighting the top dogs. He was still fighting. You know what I'm saying? What your Liam BP Smiths and your Alfredo Angulos and who else is the nigga fighting, man? I mean, I'm still leaving people out. Like, he still fought. He came up, fought Kovalev. I mean, he can. He really might take the Billy Joe Saunders fight or Callum Smith fight next. So when I'm thinking about all of them names, and I'm even thinking about the little dud fights, like like the lesser guys. Even the lesser guys weren't like the other guys, lesser guys. You know what I mean? You still looked at it like, hey, he ain't Canelo ain't never made a bad move in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So I can't look at Canelo the wrong way. I mean, I don't know who other people put above him right now because when you look at Terrence Crawford, when you look at Manny Pacquiao, when you look at Lomachenko, you look at Canelo, I mean, Canelo's probably the more busy year with Danny Jacobs and Kovalev all in one year. I think that's a pretty decent year.
And with that, bro, I'm gonna have to slide out of here. It's nap time. Time to put these little turd blossoms to bed. And thank you for sliding on, bro. Always love. I'm gonna hit your line.
So,
You ain't doing nothing. I'm finna hit your line though right away though. But
all right, this is a bet.
For sure, thank the panel. Thank everybody in the chat that slid in. I like thank y'all for giving me some of your time. Thank you for the super chats. I appreciate it always. And two hands, you already know. Take us out.
Man, it costs you nothing to pay a nigga no mind. Respect though.